What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
All right, man. Got a little update on Terence Crawford and what the move is and what's going on with Shawn Porter. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support everybody showing the channel. And, you know, basically, like I said before, Bob Arum is going to send Shawn Porter one last offer. And if Shawn Porter don't comply with that offer, then they going to move on. And my whole thing is, you know, Shawn got options too. You know, Shawn can wait and fight Errol Spence for 2 belts. I mean, who knows? Errol Spence can be stripped. Errol Spence can be, you know, get into another life-threatening situation. He can move up, and now that fight ain't there. Now you got to fight with the Keith Thurmans and the other guys, you know. And, you know, people pulled up Shawn Porter purse, said he earned $1 million versus Ugas, $1 million, whatever situation may be. You know, I ain't pocket watching. You know, I just want to see them get the fight done. And my thing about it is, Shawn Porter is entitled to think what he wants. When people leave PBC, they ask for extra. We know it every time. Derevchenko got $5 million from the zone to fight Triple G. You know, and he wasn't even worth $5 million. And at that point, you know, you let the fight go to, you know, if I was the zone, I like that fight go to purse bid. And I guarantee you Derevchenko don't get $50 million, a 70-30 split. But I guess, you know, Triple G gave the martial orders that, you know, I ain't want to go over to PBC, you know, because I might not get a fair shake, because a lot of people really thought Sergey Derevchenko won that fight. But, you know, moving on, I mean, you don't never know what happened. You know, Shawn Porter, if he want more than 2, I mean, that's his prerogative. It's my prerogative. I can do whatever him and Kenny want. You know, I would love to see the fight. You know, I'm a big advocate of Shawn Porter and Terence. If it don't fight, it happen, don't happen. I'm not like these PBC nut huggers and LDBC nut huggers. I don't need validation from Terence Crawford beating Shawn Porter to say he a great fighter or he deserved Errol Spence. I know he a good fighter. You know, I know he a great fighter in this division, in this era. It's them. You know, he beat Shawn Porter. Guess what's happened? Well, you know, Errol softened him up for him, and, you know, Errol beat him first, and Keith beat him before that, and Kilbrook beat him. They just gonna move the pole, and I hope he ain't entertaining this fight just to shut them dudes up. It's gonna be whatever. He can go out there and fight Jesus Christ himself, and it's still not gonna be good enough. So I hope Terence is taking this fight because he want to fight Shawn Porter, not because he want to answer the naysayers. They always gonna move the ball. They have no logic, bro. And like I said yesterday, those same people saying, "Oh, Terence Crawford don't deserve Errol Spence," but saying Devin Haney deserve Ryan Garcia. How did that make sense? Devin Haney, in most people's opinion, don't even have a real belt. And we just keeping it 100. He don't have a real belt in a lot of people's opinion. You know, he ain't won a real lightweight championship, and I like Devin Haney. He ain't won a championship in 3 different divisions. He ain't unified the title. He ain't unified the whole division. You know, let's just let you know how inconsistent they is. It's all about who get them an interview. And had Errol Spence had Terence Crawford gave them an interview, they'll be on Terence Crawford. That's all you know, we support who talk to us. Come on, man. Sounds stupid. Because Deontay Wilder gave him an interview, they like Wilder. And Joshua said, I'll give y'all interviews, and Wilder said, no, they'd be nut-hugging Anthony Joshua. They have no logic. They have no logic at all, and that's okay. That's what they do. But you can see how that's the best way I can most clear. So that's the most clarity I can give you on how inconsistent they are. Terence don't deserve Errol, but what has Errol done? He's done nothing. Errol ain't never won a 50-50 fight. Buzz won 2 50-50 fights. Gambo and Victor Post. People say, well, you know, Victor, you weren't even watching boxing then. So let's not even talk about what the media is saying. The media guys know more about the sport than those guys do. And that's the guideline opinion. I mean, we can just keep going on and on about things. How did Devin Haney deserve a shot at Undisputed? Oh, he did this in sparring. That motherfucker out there, he ain't telling the whole truth. I'll leave it at that. He ain't telling the whole truth. He fighting Linares. How does that, I say that for that, how does that vindicate him? You like the 50,000th person to beat Linares. That don't fucking move me. You know, oh boy, just beat him. You know, but you know, he don't deserve this. At the end of the day, Shawn Porter don't even deserve the opportunity to fight for a belt. Let's keep it 100. Shawn Porter don't deserve the opportunity. He just had, look at his performance. Versus who was old boy? Sebastian Baby Formula. Look at that performance. That's my whole thing about it. Look at that performance he had with Sebastian Baby Formula. Come on, man. You think he deserved a championship after that? In reality, he should have to fight Virgil Ortiz for a title. He wouldn't take that fight. He at the point where he think he deserved upper echelon title fights. And in my opinion, okay, that's what you believe. That's his opinion. But my thing is these dudes don't make no sense. And at the end of the day, you know, people who don't rock, I don't really care. I don't need to run in a pack. You know, I can take my ass whooping like a man one-on-one. It is what it is. A lot of these dudes need... I heard some shit that somebody reposted from Kevin Gates, okay? And he said, and you can take it or believe it, just caught my eye this morning. You know, demons got to run together. They got to feed off that negative energy. You know? These dudes got to run together. It makes me no sense. It makes me no... No, it don't make me no difference. You know, I don't have to. I ain't never been one. I'm almost the only child. So I was used to running by myself. I was used to fighting more than one person, fighting brothers, fighting twins, fighting sisters and brothers, and I was used to that. I was the only child. You know, in my household. So I ain't never felt the need to feed off another nigga. I ain't never joined a gang. None of that. For what? You know, a lot of these dudes need to feed off each other. I don't need to. I can stand on my own. A lot of these dudes got to team up, and that's what their community is about. Strength in numbers, because they not strong by each other. Tagging on another nigga. The foundation is what 7-8 built, and everybody trying to build on that, and what they doing is tearing that shit down. He wasn't always like that, but they gotta feel the need to keep up with the Hispanic community, with them niggas being biased, and that's them. We different from everybody else. In reality, we don't do what Mexicans do. We don't do what Arabs do. And for us, that could be a detriment that we don't build how they build. But we got our own thing. But my whole thing is, come on, man. If he fights Shawn Porter or duck Shawn Porter, or don't fight Shawn Porter because Shawn Porter, however it go, the story is still going to be the same. He ducked Shawn Porter or he ducked Shawn Porter. I knew he was ducked. Okay. He don't fight Shawn Porter because they don't got the money. Bob broke. Whoop-de-whoop. Terence need to lead him. But my whole thing, why Al Heyman can't build on the fight? Why Shawn Porter can't exercise his mandatory? Why can't he exercise his mandatory and then they go to purse bid and it's a 70-30 split? That's all Shawn got to do, and whoever bid highest on the fight, if it's Eddie Hearn, if it's Al Heyman, one of his promotional company, TGB, Ringstar, whoever it is, if it's Bob Arum, if it's Devin Haney Promotions, and, you know, if it's Spence Promotions, Alliance Only Promotion, whoever bid highest on the fight, they get the fight. So if he really wanted to fight, why you just don't exercise your mandatory? He hasn't. He hasn't, dude. He want to ask for all this money that he ain't really never got. It's a pandemic. So you got one verse, Ugas one verse, whatever. You and Terence, Errol both got two. It just don't make no sense. We can wait till after the pandemic and get it popped. We go to Texas and get a gate. At the end of the day, they don't want to fight. They want all this money, and Bob gonna send one offer, like I said before. And, you know, if they take it, they leave. They go back and fight the formulas, wait for Errol Spence. You know, I would love to see the fight, but it ain't something that I'm dying to see. It's just these fighters getting overpaid, and they expect other promotional companies to overpay them. Like I said, Derevchenko got over 5 times more than he probably never made. He probably never made $1 million, to be honest. This motherfucker got $5 million, and that's what they expect in top rank. Bob ain't rolling like that. Bob ain't trying to pay nobody nothing. You just heard him say he ain't trying to pay Crawford person. Why the fuck you think he's trying to fight Shawn Porter person? Should he get more than Kell Brook? Yeah. Bob Arum, they say worth $300 million fucking dollars. What's the extra $1 million? You know, but then again, this fight don't bring no return. That's what people forgetting. This fight don't bring no return at all. You can't put it on pay-per-view. Shawn ain't no star. Terence ain't no pay-per-view star. Nobody is. People talking about, well, you know, Terence did this and Errol doing the same numbers. They say, well, he did 350 versus Mikey. Where the proof? He didn't do no 350. They 300 first Shawn. No, they didn't know they didn't. Come on, man. Ain't nobody buying that shit. Telling y'all that right now, they all lying about numbers. Certain fighters seem to be the A side because that's what PBC put off. But if PBC was I'm doing numbers. If they was really doing numbers, and my OJ the Juice Man, you know, they was really doing numbers, why is Fox about to kick them off? Why would Fox not kick off a great product? If they really out here doing numbers, like they not doing numbers. Nope, the pay-per-views is not selling. The regular TV fights is not selling. So why is Fox about to cut ties with somebody that's lucrative? They're not lucrative. They losing money. The fighters probably making more money than the networks. You talking about $1.6 million that, you know, Caleb Plant just did. 911 did $6.5 million people on a bad week. But basically they said if the Shawn don't jump, they're gonna work with the Manny Pacquiao fight. They ain't coming up with, if you can't come up with $1 million, let's keep it 100 blunt. If you can't come up with $1 million for Shawn Porter, you're not coming up with $40 million for Manny Pacquiao. And I'm okay with that. They trying to tell Crawford what he get. Nigga, you ain't bringing a belt to the table. So immediately the price go down because you don't have a belt. But how they figure out that Crawford need the clout. And if I'm Crawford, you know, it is what it is. You know, I wonder how much they want for Errol Spence fight. But it is what it is. I mean, I ain't dying to see Manny Pacquiao versus neither one of them. Because you're not getting the very best Manny Pacquiao, and that's the truth. Pacquiao's a phenomenal fighter, even at this point, but come on, you beat Pacquiao. What's the first dude that stopped Pacquiao? The second guy that stopped Pacquiao. You know, you ain't doing nothing. They need to fight each other. And I'm okay for Errol Spence fighting Ugas. I have no issue with that. But my whole thing is, what did Ugas do to deserve an Errol Spence fight? Y'all saw Terence did this. What did Ugas do to deserve a fight? What did Shawn do to deserve a fight? Because they all bringing the same thing to the table. They got a belt. What did Mikey do to deserve a fight? And that's where you see the hypocrisy at. You know, I just respect them and say, I don't want to see the fight happen. I don't want to see two brothers fight each other. You know, instead of saying, oh, he ain't done nothing, but what does Errol Spence like? What if their opponents ever did? What did Algieri do? He lost 2 of his last 3 going into that fight. Come on. What did Mike Peterson do? He was inactive. He was very inactive. What did Mikey Garcia, what Kell Brook do? Oh, he was his mentor. Okay. What did Mikey Garcia do to deserve the fight? What did Campo do to deserve the fight? Okay, he's his mentor. What did Mikey Garcia do to deserve the fight? Nothing. What did Shawn do to deserve the fight? He had a belt just like Earl had a belt. I mean, Terence had a belt. What did Danny do to deserve a fight? He didn't bring a belt to the table. Come on, he fought those guys because they knew he would beat those guys. Errol Spence has never been in a fight where you say, oh, he might lose. Never. Mayweather was in those fights early in his career. When he fought Diego Corrales, that was a fight that people thought he might lose. You know, even the fights that on paper that didn't look 50-50, he was in there with Castillo. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this dude has been matchmaking. People talking about Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. All these fighters is a product of matchmaking. Honestly. Only guys that ain't a product of matchmaking are guys like Crawford who didn't have a major promoter. And those Russian motherfuckers, them Euro guys, them Eastern European guys. The Better BS, Alexander Gusevich, who retired. Alexander Usyk. Those type of guys, Sergey Derevchenko, other than Triple G, as you know, those guys ain't had the benefit. They had to fight the killers. Sergey Kovalev, he had to fight killers. Killers. These dudes ain't fighting killers. These dudes are match made to look good. You know what I'm saying? Adrian Broner, before he got to 140, he was match made to look. All these dudes is a product of match. If everybody fought everybody, you know, then the O wouldn't matter. But it doesn't. Come on. These dudes is a product of matchmaking. All of them. Them Europeans got to come in fighting because they hungry. They got to come in fighting to get a check. They ain't making what these other guys making. And everybody want to talk about money. Shit, you go out there, Earl go out there and fight somebody and get cracked in the cranium and this shit crack or some shit, he can't fight no more. Same thing for Terence Crawford. Neck get broken in the fight. You never know what can happen. The car accident, go to jail, something happen, anything can happen. Everybody putting emphasis on tomorrow. Ain't no fucking tomorrow. Ain't no two, what is it today? I don't know what the fuck. 2 Wednesday tomorrow. We living in the moment. These dudes don't want to fight nobody. Just do it different. Just fight. Just do it like you got free agents. You got Bellator. You got UFC. Do it that way. Top Rank, the Zone. Just fight each other. I would just rather it be like that because these dudes, man, like I said before, Premier Boxing Champions don't want to fight nobody unless you paying them over the limit like Derevchenko. And I can respect that. But don't go out here pillow talking and he don't want to fight me. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all don't fight nobody over there. You know, these dudes kill me talking about like they killers. There ain't no killers. PBC is like the weakest fighters out there because they don't know how to raise fighters. They baby them and they get in there in a big fight and they get their ass whooped like Deontay Wilder did. All that building solid as a rock. And now he got his ass whooped. Come on, man. You build these fighters up and they get into a fight. They know the way they seen Deontay Wilder leaking and eyes dilated, bleeding. And they know that's going to be Errol Spence. You know? But hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, require response to your video request. All my social media links description. Fast way to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. We also got a Facebook group. All my social media links description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. One time for the one time. We going.